So Ford just stood up and said, "We're coming for Tesla's Robotaxi business." Bold move. And you're probably picturing Elon Musk somewhere firing off some angry tweet about it, right? Some 2 a.m. rant with a rocket emoji. Here's what actually happened. Nothing. Silence. Not a word from Musk about Ford until the day this video is released. And normally, that would be the most boring sentence in this whole video. Except I don't think it's boring at all. I think that silence is the loudest thing that happened all week, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why. Stick around, because there's a twist here that most channels covering this story are completely missing. Did Ford actually promise something real, or is this just CES noise? Let's give Ford their due first, because I'm not here to just cheerlead for Tesla like some fanboy with a Cybertruck tattoo. Back in January at CES, Ford made a genuinely specific promise. Eyes-off driving, true hands-off, eyes-off Level 3 autonomy, arriving in 2028. And here's the part that actually impressed me. They're not putting it on some $150,000 luxury barge for rich guys in Aspen. They're putting it on a $30,000 electric pickup truck on their new Universal EV platform, production starting 2027. That's a real number, a real date, a real vehicle. Most legacy automaker autonomy talk is vague enough to mean anything or nothing. This one had teeth. Now let's be fair about scale too, because size matters here. Ford's superpower isn't software, it's manufacturing. Decades of mass production experience, a brand your grandfather trusted, and a steady river of cash coming in from trucks and SUVs that isn't going anywhere. That's not nothing. That's the kind of foundation Tesla is still building. But my inner skeptical old man kicks in right about here because I've watched this pattern before. In 2016, Ford said they'd skip straight to full Level 4 autonomy by 2021. You know how that went. So when Ford says 2028, my brain automatically adds an asterisk the size of a barn door. So how did Musk actually respond to all this? Here's where I have to be straight with you, because half the videos on this topic are going to lie to your face and pretend Musk fired back directly at Ford. He didn't. No tweet, no press conference, nothing. As of this recording, complete radio silence on Ford specifically. Now normally that's where a video like this just shrugs and moves on. Not this one, because here's the thing. Silence from a guy who tweets 40 times a day isn't nothing. It's a choice. And instead of words, Musk sent his reaction a different way entirely. Through actions. Let me show you what I mean. The very same week Ford was giving speeches about 2028, Tesla pushed FSD version 14.3.6 to the fleet live on real cars this week. Buried in the release notes, they rewrote the AI compiler using something called MLIR, and the practical result is a 20% faster reaction time for the car. That's not a marketing number, that's a real safety improvement happening on the road today. Same week, Tesla's Robotaxi service expanded into Orlando and Tampa, adding to Austin and Dallas. That's the reaction, not a tweet. A software update and 2 new cities. If Ford's reaction to entering this race was a press conference, Tesla's reaction to Ford entering the race was, and I quote, "Nobody, because this is just what happened. Cool, here's an update. See you in traffic." That's a more confident answer than any tweet could ever be. Here's the part nobody else is telling you. Okay, now for the actual twist, the one I think most coverage of this story is getting completely backwards. Everybody's framing this as Tesla should be scared. Ford, a company that's been building cars since your grandfather's grandfather was alive, is finally coming for Tesla's Robotaxi turf. Should be terrifying, right? I don't think Tesla's scared at all. I think Tesla might actually be sitting back with a cup of coffee, quietly enjoying this. Here's why. For years, the biggest problem with the whole Robotaxi idea wasn't Tesla versus Waymo versus whoever. It was convincing regular people and regulators and insurance companies that this entire category is even real. Every time a random tech company makes a Robotaxi promise, people roll their eyes a little. But when Ford, an actual century-old blue-collar, trusted by your uncle American car company puts a number and a date on autonomous driving, that's different. That's the industry itself standing up and saying, yeah, this is real now, not science fiction. In other words, every dollar Ford spends on autonomy R&D between now and 2028 isn't just building Ford's product. It's spending its own money training the public to trust the entire category. Tesla doesn't have to win an argument with anybody about whether robotaxis are legitimate anymore. Ford just spent a fortune making that argument for them. And here's the cold part. Level 3 eyes-off autonomy is an unbelievably hard software problem. It's the kind of problem that takes years of real-world driving data to actually solve, not a slide deck. Tesla has been collecting that data from millions of cars on the road for years now. Ford is starting that clock in 2027. So Tesla doesn't need to fight Ford in 2028. Tesla just needs to wait. Let Ford spend billions legitimizing the market, and then let the actual technology sort out who's still standing when the dust settles. That's not fear. That's a company that already knows how this movie usually ends. Think about it like this. Imagine you're the only restaurant in a strange new part of town nobody trusts yet. You could spend years convincing people that eating out in that neighborhood is even safe. Or you could just wait for a beloved, trusted chain restaurant to open up 2 doors down, spend their own advertising budget telling the whole city, hey, this neighborhood is great now, come eat here. And then let people wander past their door and right into yours because, frankly, you've had more practice cooking.
That's basically what's happening here.
Ford isn't the competition showing up to steal Tesla's customers. Ford is the marketing campaign Tesla didn't have to pay for. Okay, but could this actually go wrong for Tesla? I'd be doing you a disservice if I just painted Tesla as invincible here because that's not honest either, and you didn't subscribe to this channel for cheerleading. Waiting for a rival to fail is a strategy, sure, but it's also a gamble. If Ford somehow nails the execution, brings that LiDAR-backed system to market on time and on budget, and pairs it with a brand that half of America already trusts more than they trust Elon Musk on a good day, that patience could look pretty foolish in hindsight. Being early with better technology only wins if you also stay ahead long enough for it to matter. Tesla's real risk here isn't Ford catching up in 2028. It's Tesla getting comfortable, assuming dinosaurs always go extinct on schedule, and forgetting that sometimes the old, boring, slow-moving competitor is exactly the one that outlasts everybody. What are the actual weapons on the table here? So let's lay it out plainly, side by side, because this is where the real answer lives. Ford's weapons: massive manufacturing scale, decades of brand trust, steady cash flow from trucks and SUVs that funds everything else. Tesla's weapons, and there's 3 of them worth knowing. First, a fleet of literally millions of cars on the road right now, constantly feeding real-world driving data back into the system, which is the raw fuel that AI needs and money alone can't buy overnight. Second, their own custom AI chip called Dojo, built specifically to crunch this kind of data faster than off-the-shelf hardware ever could.
Third, the supercharger network, which sounds like a footnote but isn't, because a robotaxi fleet that can't reliably and quickly recharge itself between rides is just an expensive parking lot ornament.
So here's the honest way to say it. Betting on Ford right now is betting on execution. Betting that a company that's really good at building trucks can also become really good at building software on a tight timeline in a field where they're starting years behind. Betting on Tesla is betting on a technology leap that's already partway climbed, backed by years of data nobody else has. Neither bet is guaranteed. I'm not telling you Ford can't do it. I'm telling you the starting line isn't even close to even. What does this actually mean for your money? I'm not your financial advisor, and I want to be honest with you here, but instead of just telling you what you want to hear. Short term, don't be shocked if Tesla stock wobbles a little every time a headline like Ford challenges Tesla hits the wire. That's just how markets work. Fear of competition moves stocks even when the actual threat is years away. If you own Tesla and you see a dip on a Ford headline, that's not new information. That's just noise catching up to a story that was already true. But here's the longer view, and I think this is the piece most people miss completely. This isn't a boxing match where only one guy walks out standing. Robotaxis are shaping up to be a trillion-dollar market. Genuinely, that's not hype. That's the actual size of the pie people are projecting. In a market that size, there's room for more than one winner. Ford entering doesn't shrink the pie, it just proves the pie is real. For long-term investors who actually understand that distinction, a short-term dip on competition fear isn't a red flag. It's often exactly the kind of moment people look back on and wish they'd bought into. And for what it's worth, the data backing Tesla up right now isn't bad either. They delivered 480,126 vehicles last quarter, up 25% from a year earlier. RBC Capital just reaffirmed an outperform rating days ago. I won't pretend it's all sunshine. Tesla also had a rough stretch for the stock recently, and there's a federal safety review hanging over part of the fleet. Nobody's story here is perfectly clean. But clean stories are usually the ones somebody's trying to sell you. So here's my actual question for you, and I want a real answer in the comments, one word only. Who actually wins this race long term? Type Ford if you think execution and brand trust get them there. Type Tesla if you think the technology head start is just too big to close. And hey, if you've made it this far, we're closing in on our next subscriber milestone, which is 35,135. And every one of you clicking that button helps this channel keep digging up the story nobody else is telling. Like why a car company staying silent might actually be the most confident thing it could possibly do.
Thanks for sticking around. This one's far from over.